Kingdom of Mutapa. Published November the 16th, 2017. Special characters are denoted as follows. And denotes left and right parentheses. The Kingdom of Mutapa, sometimes referred to as the Mutapa Empire, Mutara, Shona, Windwi Mutapa, or more commonly and modern, Munhu Mutapa, in Portuguese, Mino Motapa, was a Kalanga kingdom which stretched from the Zambezi through the Limpopo rivers to the Indian Ocean in southern Africa, in what are the modern states of Zimbabwe, South Africa, Lesotho, Swaziland, Mozambique and parts of Namibia and Botswana, stretching well into modern Zambia. Its founders are descendants of the builders who constructed Great Zimbabwe. Part 1. Etymology. The Portuguese term Mino Motapa is a direct transliteration of the African royal title Mutapa, meaning Prince of the Realm. It is derived from the combination of two words, Win, meaning prince, and Mutapa, meaning realm. Over time the monarch's royal title came to be applied to the kingdom as a whole, and was used to denote the kingdom's territory on maps from the period. Part 2. History. The origins of the ruling dynasty at Mutapa go back to some time in the first half of the 15th century. According to oral tradition, the first Win was a warrior prince named Nyatsimba Mutota from the Kingdom of Zimbabwe sent to find new sources of salt in the north. That's the first legend. Prince Mutota found his salt among the Tavara, a Shona subdivision, who were prominent elephant hunters. The second says that there was hunger at the Kingdom of Zimbabwe. Mutota then escaped the hunger, then found land. They were conquered. A capital was established 350 kilometers north of Great Zimbabwe at Zvongam by the Zambezi. Part 2. History. Chapter 1. Expansion. Mutota's successor, Mutapa Matope, extended this new kingdom into an empire encompassing most of the lands between Tavara and the Indian Ocean. This empire had achieved uniting a number of different peoples in southern Africa by building strong, well-trained armies and encouraging states to join voluntarily, offering membership in the Great Council of the Empire to any who joined without resistance. The Mutapa became very wealthy by exploiting copper from Chijurg and ivory from the Middle Zambezi. This expansion weakened the Toa Kingdom, the southern Shona state from which Mutota and his dynasty originated. Matopa's armies overran the kingdom of the Maniaka as well as the coastal kingdoms of Kitif and Mitanda. By the time the Portuguese arrived on the coast of Mozambique, the Mutapa kingdom was the premier Shona state in the region. He raised a strong army which conquered the area that is Tonga and Tavara. The empire had reached its full extent by the year 1480, a mere 50 years following its creation. Part 2. History. Chapter 2. Religion. The Emperor Mutapa had left the empire with a well-organized religion with a powerful priesthood, something uncommon amongst African kingdoms outside of Egypt, Kush and Abyssinia. The religion of the Mutapa kingdom revolved around ritual consultation of spirits and of royal ancestors. Shrines were maintained within the capital by spirit mediums known as Mhondoro. The Mhondoro also served as oral historians recording the names and deeds of past kings. Part 2. History. Chapter 3. Portuguese contact. The Portuguese dominated much of Southeast Africa's coast, laying waste to Sofala and Kilwa by 1515. Their main goal was to dominate the trade with India. However, they unwittingly became mere carriers for luxury goods between Mutapa's subkingdoms and India. As the Portuguese settled along the coast, they made their way into the hinterland as Centenarios, backwoodsmen. These Centenarios lived alongside Swahili traders and even took up service among Shona kings as interpreters and political advisors. One such Centenario, Antonio Fernandes, managed to travel through almost all the Shono kingdoms, including Mutabus Metropolitan District, between 1512 and 1516. The Portuguese finally entered into direct relations with the Mwene Mutapa in the 1560s. They recorded a wealth of information about the Mutapa Kingdom as well as its predecessor, Great Zimbabwe. According to Swahili traders whose accounts were recorded by the Portuguese historian João de Barros, Great Zimbabwe was an ancient capital city built of stones of marvelous size without the use of mortar. And while the site was not within Mutabus borders, the Mwene Mutapa kept noblemen and some of his wives there. In 1569, King Sebastian of Portugal made a grant of arms to the Mwene Mutapa. These were